On today's episode, a decade-long relationship reaches its breaking point. Partenia Thornton and Picasso Harris face off over allegations of infidelity, hidden family secrets, and thousands of dollars in unpaid tolls. Can this couple salvage their marriage, or is it officially time to walk away? The courtroom drama unfolds now.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Partenia Thornton and Picasso Harris. The two of you have been married for 3 years, although you've been together 10 years total. You also have one child together. Ms. Thornton, you are absolutely positively done with Mr. Harris. You are seeking a substantial sum of money as you leave him. But before we get to that, why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, I met Picasso back in 2006. He was a maintenance man at the building that I lived in, and my shower broke, and he came to fix my shower, and when I saw him, I said, wow, underneath all that hair and beard, there's a handsome man. And so we started to date, friendly date at that time. He took me out a couple of times, and I really enjoyed his company. But what brought us here today is that I feel like I'm Picasso's fat hidden secret. I'm tired.
Fat hidden secret?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you say that?
Well, I have recently lost some weight. I was bigger than this after having our daughter, and I just started to notice that Picasso didn't want to take me out anymore. I didn't feel like I looked good to him anymore, and he didn't do anything to make me feel that I looked good to him anymore.
I would like to say, first of all, I always think she was an attractive, beautiful woman. I've told her this on multiple occasions. Matter of fact, I told her that on the phone the other day. Second of all, she did not want to go out with me because of the crowds in which I wanted to bring her around.
What kind of crowd were you hanging with?
I was hanging with more influential, more sustained, people worth networking with. If it wasn't in the gutter, she didn't want to go. If it wasn't in a crime-ridden neighborhood, she didn't want to go. I invited her to come to a Halloween party in one of the up-to-do, nice loft. The people were married, everybody. Cars, beautiful. Everyone had things that I want for me and my wife. If you notice, I say me and my wife.
He's claiming that you were just a ghetto girl from around the way, and he was trying to elevate your status, and you refused to be helped. What is your response to that allegation?
Well, I can say this. When he met me, to a certain extent, I was a little bit of a ghetto girl, and I did try to conform to hang with him and his friends. But, Your Honor, I don't mean to disrespect him, but look at him. He's a nerd.
Yes.
He's a nerd, and his friends are nerds.
Yes.
And whenever I got around him and his friends, I felt like I was getting kicked in the back because here it is, like he said, oh, they're intellects. I'm not an intellect. So now while you're sitting here holding intellectual conversations that I can't keep up with, I'm looking like the dummy. And if I say something wrong, like let's say I use a word out of context, Mr. Harris has no problem correcting me in front of anybody.
Not in front of anybody.
In front of everybody
No,
and anybody.
not in front of anybody or everybody.
Well,
He just did it.
let me just abuse you of a couple of notions. Number one, these days nerds are where it's at. You know what I mean? Nerds are the in dudes. I'm gonna say that. But secondly, never be afraid to be in the company of people who know more or have more. You should never fear that. Now, if you're in a company who have less, they can't help you. People who know more and have more can be of assistance to you. I will say that. That's just on the 2Q. But my understanding is this. More importantly, you felt he's never been faithful to you throughout your relationship. Tell me about that.
There was a young lady texting and calling his phone, okay? And Picasso and I, years before, had went to couples therapy. And in this therapy, he talked about when he met me, he was in grunge mode because he was engaged to this woman who left him and really messed his mind up. And so Christmas Eve, after I had my daughter October, Christmas Eve, we're gathered, you know, got family over to the house. We're about to have a big dinner. And so my sister called and was like, send me a picture of the house and everything that you're doing. So I couldn't find my phone. I asked Mr. Harris, let me use your phone. He gives me his phone, Your Honor, and when I go to send the picture to my sister, The text messages between him and the young lady popped up. And when they popped up and I read them, now I'm heated.
You realize that they were still in contact
Exactly.
with the woman that he was in love with before you. Mr. Harris, your response to that?
I thought it was okay. Reason I thought it was okay is because Valentine's Day, the year before, she's okay to hang out with her friend, her ex-friend.
My friend is a woman.
And she have conversation. Okay, her ex-lover. Now she having texts. We're riding to my mother's house. My mother lives 45 to 50 miles away. The whole trip, I cannot speak because she's in a conversation with this woman. Mm-hmm. This woman texts, talks, and take her on dates. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with it.
So what you're telling me is that your relationship was not such that it precluded having relationships with other people. You allowed her to have her relationship with another person. Consequently, you felt you had the right to be in a relationship with another person. Is that accurate or not?
No, that is not. Because she not tell you the full contents of that text. That text goes, I'm with this woman. She has my child. I love her. What do you want me to do?
I object.
Okay,
That's what it says.
Hang on, wait on. Oddly enough, I think I have an idea of what you guys are telling me about the context of your relationship, so I'm going to leave that alone for a while. Mr. Harris, I want to talk to you. My understanding is that she didn't really tell you she had any children at all until you ended up moving in with her. I would like you to explain how that happened.
That's the same thing I want to know. Now, when I met her, I explained myself. I was 100% truthful. A, I don't give women no money. B, I am about self. I have no kids.
Yes, his motto.
I don't want women with kids. Not because I am biased or bigot, but because I'm not dealing with baby daddies. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not dealing with the drama of outside situations within my family.
Gotcha.
And I, you know, she didn't tell me she had any kids. Then one came up, then two came up. Now she's telling me
Were they living with her?
No. Then all of a sudden, now we're looking for other kids. It comes from 1, 2 to 8. To 8 children, and only one of them is mine.
Now, Ms.
That's
Thornton,
a big leap.
Yeah, that's a huge leap. That's a huge leap. Ms. Thornton, did you kind of ease on in one child at a time until you told him you had 7 other children out there somewhere?
Technically, Your Honor, no, I didn't tell him. But like most women, when you're dealing with a man that you're not familiar with, you're not going to just jump out there and tell him everything. No, I didn't tell him about my children because I wanted him to get to know me. And to be truthful, with the attitude that he had and him telling me that in the door, well, I don't want a woman with children and this and that, I said to myself, if he starts to love me, then I can explain to him about these children.
I'm going to tell you something. Women, we do that all the time, and it's not true. Somebody tells you that they're not going to love the most important thing in your life. You drop kick him to the curb. He goes. It's gone. You don't try to fix him and make him want to be like that. Your children are the best thing you got, and if he don't want to love them, you know, it's his privilege, but you're not his privilege anymore. I'm just saying, but I understand what you were doing. You were trying to get him to, if he loves me enough, he'll accept him. I get that part.
When I met him, his motto was, keep him fly, but give him no dough.
No dough?
Don't give him this, don't give him that.
Nothing.
And I said to myself, this arrogant man, I'm going to break him from everything that he's saying out his mouth. And I did that.
Your Honor.
And I did that.
Broke me to a fraction of the man I used to be.
It went from give me no dough to give it all to me, and I'll give you what I want you to have.
Mm-hmm. Why would you run a life dedicated to the proposition of not allowing somebody else to be who he was for no particular reason other than you thought it would be a good thing to do? He was who he was. He was telling you who he was. If you didn't like who he was, you say goodbye to who he is, but you don't say, I'm going to strip him of his model. He sounds like an arrogant jerk. Yes. Arrogant jerks are always in your rearview mirror. You know what I mean? He doesn't become your project to de-jerkify him. He just is one.
Your Honor.
That's on you.
Your Honor.
So how did you end up moving into the projects with her?
She asked me, I want you to bring me up. I want us to reach the upper echelon. Because I tell her my goals and, come on, come with me. She was like, I'm here. Why don't you come down with me and help me pull me up with you? I'm like, no, come get my hand. She's like, no, come with me. Made sense, come on with me. I chose to do right by her. For all the wrong I've did to every other woman, I chose wrong. But I tried to do right
How
by
is
her.
moving into the projects with her
Because
helpful?
that's where she was going. And she was going to be there.
But she was there. Didn't you have your own crib?
Yeah, I had my own house, not crib.
You had
house.
your own house. How did you think that would help?
Well, because I was there to help get her out of there.
You didn't have a house, did you?
Yes,
No,
I did.
he did not. Your Honor, can I tell
wasn't
you
on, it was
what
rented.
happened?
You had rented
How
a
he-
house, but you went to go live somewhere for free other than paying rent at the house that you were at. That's what happened.
I didn't live for free.
That's what happened.
I didn't live for free.
So can I speak on that situation,
Yes,
Your
you
Honor?
can.
Okay, so like he said, he was renting a house from somebody, and he was behind on his rent.
No.
And the gentleman re-rented the house, and when he re-rented the house, they didn't want him there, so they were throwing him out.
That's
so
after we
at
broke
the
up.
time, I was just signing a lease to move in low income to start my life over again. And so I invited Mr. Harris to come and live with me, and I told him, I said, from here we struggle together, and we get out of here together. But right now, this is all I have, and I'm welcoming you to it. And he
Now
moved
that
in.
story makes sense.
Now-
That story makes sense. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Why did you decide to get married? What transpired that made the two of you feel like happily ever after was available to the two of you?
We got married. You know what? I don't even know if we thought about the long haul of this. Mr. Harris got caught in another incident with another lady who started telling me all my business that I knew she could have only got from Mr. Harris. So to make me feel secure, Mr. Harris said, well, look, let's just get married. This is the only way I know how to show you that I do want you despite what I'm doing. I've never slept with anybody else.
Never.
All we did was conversate. So me,
Did he say conversate?
he said conversate. All
Did
we
you
did
say
was
conversate?
Yes, I did.
Converse is the word. And I know they put conversate in the dictionary of late because everybody who's trying to sound more intellectual than they are uses it, but the word is converse.
I understand. I know.
Is that why you married her, or do you have a different story altogether?
I have a reason why I married her.
Tell me.
I married her because I still wanted her the best. I still wanted to see her on that pedestal that I was putting her on. She is the mother of my daughter. When we broke up, people getting shot in her apartment, people getting drugged out and beat around my daughter. She
daughter
had
wasn't
men
there.
around
She
my
wasn't even
daughter
born.
that she did not want. The men did not want my daughter in a presence. I come and get my daughter, and I live for my daughter.
He lived for his daughter.
Therefore, to bring up the family, because I also love the boy as well. To bring it all to be, and I still love this woman. I loved her.
Yeah, you wanted to get married.
I wanted what
To
I
bring that all
wanted.
to, okay, I got you. I got you. Let's talk about the $6,000 you want, Ms. Thornton.
Yes,
You
I do.
say that he has amassed $6,000 worth of tolls in Cook County.
Yes.
And you are so much in arrears that they are threatening both to impound your car and suspend your license. Tell me
Yes, ma'am.
how he did that.
Okay, so Picasso had a job. We broke up, and he moved back to his mother's house in the suburbs. When he decided that he was going to come back home and marry me and work things out, he came home, but he still had that job, which was like 60, 75 miles away. So he didn't have a vehicle because since I've known Mr. Harris, he can't keep a license. So I had to drive him every day to and from work. Mr. Harris plays the game all night, and then when it's time to get up for work, he can barely get up, so which makes us have to run late doing everything that we do. So he'll say, well, run the tolls and I'll pay him when I get paid on Friday. Well, Friday came, and Mr. Harris was so far overdrawn, there was no money. So now in order for him to get to work the next week, what's going to happen? You didn't get paid Friday. I got to run him again. So this went on and on and on because he wasn't getting any checks.
Was your solution to not having any money at the moment was to run the tolls?
For that situation, yes. And that's not how 6,000 equivalent.
No, it wasn't.
6,000
You tell me how.
6,000 equivalent. From that, if the maximum of that, the maximum, I know it's going to sound horrible, is $800. But it sounds horrible.
No, it's not.
And that is my fault. And I also told her many times before, let me talk to the people. I will give them my credit card information, and I will do it. Because on the past, I gave her money for things that's due and not to get paid. Rent, light bills, children,
you know you
Pampers.
Do you
know you
agree that a certain sum of money is owed to the Cook County
Yes.
as a function of your failure to pay toll.
Yes. Not the total, because she was
Not
running
only
cabs to the
tolls,
city.
but-
She was running cabs to the city and not running tolls.
No,
too.
and I paid those. Here's the thing. Here's the gist of it, Your Honor. For every $20 that wasn't paid on those tickets, they gave me a $75 fine. For every toll that was not paid.
I got you.
And
I
they
told
kept
him,
going
give me
on
the
and on.
information, I'll pay
So
it.
then Mr. Harris, who didn't have a
know it.
license,
You said give them to me, I'll pay them?
Give them to me.
he
Let me
can't
talk
pay.
to them, and I will pay it. She would not. She refused. She told me to pay her.
He can't even pay
I'm not
rent.
paying
How you
her.
gonna pay tickets?
Yeah. Okay, here I am, and it's all done. Let me tell you something. There's a difference between being high class, educated, intelligent, and a nerd, and talking trash. And basically, you talk trash. Your economic situation does not reflect a man of education. Your conversation does not reflect a man of education. Your decision to go move in and have her pay your rent down in the project does not reflect a man of education. You know a few words that have a couple more than 1 or 2 syllables. You use them to make someone who doesn't have what you have feel like less than, so you can feel better than you are. You were unsuccessful grossly in that endeavor. Ms. Thornton, I'm going to say this to you. A man with a lot of mottos is usually a man who doesn't do much, because you have the mottos because you know a man who's got it together, he's just sitting there because he's got it together. You know, never get confused by the mottos or the who my friends are and I'm gonna try to raise you up and all that kind of stuff. You're an intelligent woman. You may be in unfortunate circumstances, but you have the ability to rise up and be better on your own. Take care of that business. Don't trust him. Don't trust anybody who tells you to break the law as a matter of daily course in order to get your stuff done. You know what I mean? If he was about something, you wouldn't have been in that position to begin with. I can't give anybody any money at all. I have no idea how much was spent, who did what. And if he told you to run the tolls and you fool enough to run them, that's your problem, not his. So there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
The relationship that I'm having with her from this day forth is strictly children. Nothing more, nothing less.
Moving forward, it's just my intentions to co-parent my daughter with Picasso. He hasn't had any involvement really with my other children, so at this point it really doesn't matter. It's just about our daughter and for her not to see us unhappy with each other anymore. That's all it's about at this point.